But you actually took over from Mandy, didn't you?
I did,
When it comes to
yes.
yours. So this is
The
Ebony
lovely
just joined us. And you must be so proud to work with Jojo. It is a great product that works, that really works.
It's really, really nice to work for a product where people come up to me and they go, oh, it's fantastic, I love it, it's amazing. And, you know, all I hear is really great feedback. You know, we get so many emails and phone calls and people just, you know, reporting great feedback, which is always really nice to hear.
Well, for those of you that have just joined us, we're talking about Zhuzh Tan Accelerator, a product that's been with us for 10 years now on Idwell. But I just want to go back to basics. Now, I always make the mistake of asking Ebony, what is Zhuzh? But you like to start off with what it's not, don't you?
What it's not, yes, yes. I do. The reason is because this is a tan accelerator, a lot of people look at the bottom and they think, oh, it's a fake tan, it's something that's going to turn me orange and streaky and I'll never know how to do it. Now, it's absolutely not a fake tan. So the difference is it's a tan accelerator. So there's no beta-carotene in here. It's not going to give you a false colour. What it does is it actually works with the natural pigment in your skin, which is called melanin. So I'll just show you. So it works instantly. I'll just literally spray it on like that. No need to rub it in if you don't want to. Really easily absorbed. If I was to step outside into daylight now, so any UV light, it could be boiling hot sunshine, it could be cloudy, any UV light, what it does is it actually speeds up the process whereby melanin, which is the natural pigment in the skin, comes to the skin's surface. So if you're, let's say you're very pale naturally, maybe you're a redhead or a natural blonde, what that means is basically you might have quite sluggish melanin, so it's not very active. It takes longer to come to the skin surface, which means you don't tan easily or you don't tan at all. So what your Zhuzh Tan Accelerator does is it speeds up that process. So it goes, come on, wake up, sleepy melanin. It comes to the skin surface much quicker. So in a nutshell, it means you get a deeper, darker tan quicker, but it's your best possible natural colour. So it's not, like I said, it's not a fake tan. Maybe if you've never tanned before, I'm not saying you're going to go a deep, dark sort of mahogany colour, but what you might get is that lovely sun-kissed golden glow, getting little strap marks for the first time, which is, you know, but I was talking about my Auntie Sandy earlier. We went on holiday last year and she's so pale naturally. And she's always wanted to have a tan. And I said to her, why don't you try a bit of my Zhuzh? I took extra with me because I thought, I know people will be going to be stealing it. And she said, no, there's no point. I don't tan. And she gets quite annoyed about it. And I said, just try a little bit and see what happens. So she put it on, put a high SPF on over the top because she burns quite easily. Now, like I said, not deep dark brown, but little strap marks, lovely golden colour by the end of sort of day 2 or 3 of the holiday. And she said she felt so much more confident. You know, she'd bought this lovely sort of coral dress and lipstick and she was saying, I probably won't wear it, only if I get a bit of colour. And she put it on and she said, oh, you know, it's so exciting to have a little bit of colour, and it does, it makes you feel more confident, doesn't it? And you were saying more sexy.
You feel, when you have got a tan, you do feel great. And the thing is, you know, I've used a lot of self-tans in my time, and you know, some have been good, some have been absolutely terrible. You know, and some have been appalling, some have been okay. But there's nothing quite like a real tan that's yours.
That you've earned.
But yes. But with Zhuzh, it speeds up the tanning process, giving you a better tan, a deeper tan, in a shorter period of time. Now, can you show us how easy it is to apply? Because this is another benefit of Zhuzh.
Yeah, so it's literally just spray it on like that. So if I was about to go outside for, say, lunch break or a coffee with a friend, just literally spray it on like that. You don't have to wait for it to dry. It works instantly, so you don't have to do it an hour, you know, hours before you're going out into UV light. It doesn't come off in your clothes. I can literally spray it all over my dress. I had a light grey dress on earlier. I was spraying it all over. So, you know, there's nothing that's going to sort of come off on your sheets or your clothes. And it's really easily absorbed. You've got that lovely finesse shea butter in there. So it really just sinks into the skin, gives you that lovely sort of gleam and glow, and it really hydrates the skin as well.
If you want to try today, because I know how busy we've been, this is the best deal ever. These are 2 ginormous bottles of Zhuzh. You're getting a litre in total for £27.99. And our usual size is 200 millilitres. One of these, basically. We sell hundreds of thousands of these, but they're £15.99 each, worth every single penny. There are basically 5 of these in here. So £15.99. 5 of those, nearly £80 worth in the 2 refills today. And we're going to give you the pump. So you've just seen there, you know, normally you decant from these into these, but you get in the pump so you can go straight from the big bottle. You always put SPF on top, don't you?
You do.
So, and always do that. What's the shelf life? Getting questions about that.
About 2.5 years on the shelf life, so you've got
plenty
of time.
Loads of time, isn't it?
Yes.
So, you know, even if you're watching now, I think, well, I'm never going to use all of that this year. you've got a 2.5-year shelf life. And you also might be thinking, well, hang on, it's the end of, 20th of August, what is it today, 22nd of August. There's only September, October to go for good weather in this country. It doesn't have to be blazing hot sunshine, does it?
It doesn't. The amount of people that come up to me and say, oh, I'm getting it for my holiday, I'm saving it for my holiday. Now, obviously, it's fantastic for when you're going on holiday. But what I'm always sort of reminding people and telling people is that it's not about having to have boiling hot sunshine. I mean, obviously, we all like boiling hot sunshine, most of us anyway. But it's about fitting it into your daily routine, using it all year round. Like I was saying, it works in UV light, so that can be any daylight, basically. So it could be that you're using indoor tanning, which it works brilliantly with, but any UV light. So let's say if it's a relatively cloudy day, but there's still some, it's daylight basically.